Welcome back to Try Something Different. Today we're going to be trying Şalgam. So yep, today we've got Şalgam. I hope I'm saying that right. Produced in the UK, but this is a kind of drink of Persian origin, popular in Turkey and other parts of the kind of Mediterranean Middle East region, I believe. And it's made from fermented black carrot and turnip. So quite an unusual idea, at least from my point of view. It's similar, I suppose, in concept to kombucha. So we've got two varieties to taste today. This one is just water, black carrot, turnip and rock salt fermented. This one is water, black carrot, turnip, rock salt, chili pepper and garlic. So this is the hot variety. Well, I'm quite excited to try this actually because I've been looking out for this for a while. I managed to find this in the International Food Store in Portswood, Southampton, and it cost me, I think it was about £1 a bottle. So it's not cheap, but I'm looking forward to trying this. So we'll try the regular one first. Now I understand that this is commonly enjoyed as a drink after a kebab. So it's kind of a palate cleanser, but it's also claimed to have all sorts of health properties from the fermentation, from the lactic acid, from various micronutrients, from the anthocyanins in a purple carrot, all kinds of stuff like that. Anyway, let's have a sniff. Interesting. Okay, what it smells like to me is homemade wine, or rather half fermented homemade wine. So when I used to make homemade wine years and years ago as a teenager and sort of early 20s, sometimes it wouldn't go completely right and we'd end up with something quite sour tasting, and I guess that's probably because lacto fermentation had happened in there rather than yeast fermentation. This does actually use yeast and lactobacteria, so there's a kind of combination effect here. I believe that some varieties of this are mildly alcoholic. I don't know if this is. Let's have a taste. Wow, that's interesting. Really salty, only slightly acidic, earthy, slightly fruity. Interesting. Let's try that again. I'm going to say that the thing I find most challenging about this is the salt. It's actually very salty, or at least it tastes very salty. Okay, right, well, let's try the hot variety. So it looks very similar, dark purple sort of colour. I can really smell the garlic in there. And there's something about the pungency of the garlic I think has brought out some of the turnip as well. Let's have a taste. Interesting. Okay, of the two, I'm going to say I prefer this one. This is, yeah, the garlic and the heat of the chili there makes that quite an interesting little drink, although it's a savoury flavour. It's really, really interesting because this is like nothing I've ever tried before. So yeah, I think I was probably expecting something a little bit fruity, a little bit kind of fermented tasting, and probably a bit more acidic than this actually is. But what we've got here is salty vegetable juice. Not as sharp and acidic as I expected it would be. This is actually really nice. The hot one is really nice. There's something about the garlic, the chili, almost tastes like it's got onion juice in there. Obviously garlic is related to onions. But yeah, that's super interesting. Apparently one of the other ways to enjoy this is with a glass of raki. And so alcoholic beverage and this, but not mixed. So kind of alternating sips to contrast the flavours and experiences. So that's an interesting idea as well. I haven't got any of that, so I can't try that. But there we go. So that is Şalgam. And that was an interesting experience. I'm not going to say I really enjoyed that. except that trying something new is always enjoyable. Yeah, this one I would say is just a little bit too salty really for me, but I imagine that's probably how it's meant to be. Now this one's got some real complexity of flavour in there, and there's something about the garlic and the chili pepper that brings out those other flavours. So yeah, really don't know what to make of that, but that's a fascinating experience and glad to have tried it. So I know some people recommended that I seek this out in the comments, so thank you for suggesting that. It caught my eye as soon as I saw it. I have been looking for it, and up until now failed, but it just caught my eye because you'd mentioned it. So there we go, that was Şalgam. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.